Okay, here we have instructions how to produce the weekly tutor e-news, which is an e-newsletter that is sent out to all the tutor report prospects and customers. And this is an e-news. There's two parts to it, which is one, taking the content and producing the email templates in InfusionSoft, and two, actually adding the content to the blog posts. There is this Word document which goes through all the instructions which we're going to work through, but there is also these videos as well, as I'm going to walk through every process. So first, you want to take a look at the content that is being uploaded to the Basecamp project management suite, so you can see that particular week's content. So let's just have a look at that. If you are then in Basecamp, you will see that there is, under this section, weekly tutor e-news, that there will be a post specifically sent to whoever is doing this particular news. And you'll notice that January 2012 volume number 1 will be assigned to whoever's doing this, and in this case it says that see the files for the zip. So if you click on the files folder here, you will see then under here all the files, pictures, copy, content, articles that I have edited and produced for that particular e-news. So just go ahead and download the package here, which will have all the pictures and the content. So whenever you see a task arrive in Basecamp, it will tell you what particular month, what volume number. There can be up to 4 volumes, one for each week, for each month, and it will appear under this category here, and then under files is where you actually grab the content itself. Okay, so let's just go back to the document so we can follow this through. So the first thing we want to do is go and edit all the templates in InfusionSoft. Now InfusionSoft is our CRM program, which is our emailing program. Here is the login for this. Down here, you go to this link here, here's the username and password. Do not give this username and password to anybody, plus everybody who goes in and out is IP stamped and time recorded and date recorded, so we do know who is going in and out of the system. So only people allowed should be used this. There's two things we're doing. We're doing 2 templates. We're going to edit one email template called Weekly Newsletter for Prospects, and the second template we're going to edit is the Weekly News. Now, the actual content of both these templates is actually the same. The only thing that is different is that when people click on the links in the email template, prospects will be sent to this link, and customers who receive the weekly newsletter will be sent directly to the actual e-news itself. The reason behind this is that when we send out to prospects, we want to say, hey prospects, look what you are missing, and send them to our opt-in form so we can capture the name and email. That's the difference, but we are actually editing 2 templates with the same content. Okay, so let's go ahead and go into InfusionSoft and start adding our content. I'm now logged into InfusionSoft, and as the instructions say here, it's pretty much clear what we do. We log into InfusionSoft, then we edit the following templates. We want to go to Setup, and then Template, spelling mistake there, Template Library, and search for this particular template. So that's what we're going to go and look for. Go to Setup, Template Library, and then search for this Weekly Newsletter for Prospects template. So if we go to Setup, we go to Template Library, and the easiest way to search, because there are a lot of templates in here, is I go and search under Oasis, and then here it is actually right at the top, weekly newsletter for prospects. So let's click that. And the instructions are in the Word document here, which is first change the subject line to reflect the current month and volume number, and then click Edit Email Body. Okay, and then Edit Month and Volume. So we're going to work through each one of these. So the first thing it's asking us to do when working through this document is change the subject line to reflect the current month and volume. Well, here's the subject line, and here we're saying don't miss, this will be January now, January volume 1 in this case, due to e-news inside. The next thing it asks us to do, and you should be following through with your Word document, is change or edit the email body. So it's telling us click Edit Email Body. So the only thing we're changing is the subject line there to represent our volume. Click Email Body here. And the next thing it's asking us to do is edit the month and volume. Well, this needs to be changed to January 2012, volume 1. Okay. Now we have to change all this content in this template. We have to change these bullets. We have to change the content of these different articles here. So there's usually 3 or 4 different articles in the template, but we have to manually change each one. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So generally it's these bullets here that we change. We change Ask the Experts. We change these articles here on the left. This is usually left the same. This banner is left the same, and this banner is left the same. So these 3 banners are left the same. And if I add any banners at all, I will actually do that at my end. Okay, so let's go and find our content, which we've got our content actually in a notepad, and this is how you will see the content that I will deliver. And it will, there's no exact set format to add the content, and we're just going to go through and you'll see how I actually do it, which will then help you do this yourself. So I'm going to take the first legislative update, and we don't take all the copy, because as you can see we only take a little bit of the copy, and then read more, click here, which then gets people to click through, because this is an email template. This is a template that people receive through via email. Alright, so let's go ahead, just to make my life easier, we do have one of our articles here is 100 referral marketing ideas. Here was strategy ideas. So I'm going to take this referral marketing ideas and change this to 100 tutor provider referral. So here's one of our articles that says 100 referral marketing ideas. So that's what I've taken there. Reading marketing strategy books, we can leave that. That's why we've compiled a list of 100 referral marketing ideas. You can spell referral correctly. Okay. I've got a legislative update. Here's one of our articles here, legislative update. So I'm going to call this, I'm going to change this to legislative update. And I'm going to take, as you can see, we're only taking a small little paragraph as a teaser. So late in September 2000, Senator John McCain chose to provide high quality academic tutoring for low income students. Have to provide SES during a similar has also been in the. I think we'll just take it to there. So I'm just going to copy and I'm going to paste that into there. That's enough copy. As we can see, it all looks okay. So a similar bill has been introduced in the ... So again, that gives people curiosity to click the read more. Alright, so let's go on to our next article down. There's no particular, I'm not particularly bothered about order, although if you do see some articles in here which are similar, like recommended book of the week, because I do know that in this week I think there's another recommended book of the week down here. Yes, recommended book of the week for tutor companies. So let's just change that to tutor companies. And what is the blurb on that? I think it's down here at the bottom. The Psychology of Persuasion by Keith Hogan. Persuasion is at the root of virtually every piece of communication. Either you're buying into someone else's message or they're buying into yours. Learning the skills, and we'll just take it to there. Again, a bit of curiosity. We'll copy that, add that to here, and make sure. So recommend book of the week. The Psychology of Persuasion by Kevin. The Persuasion is at the... I will just put a little period there just to neaten it up. Persuasion is at the root of virtually every piece of communication. Either you're buying into someone else or they're buying into yours. Learn the skills, and again, curiosity to read on. We've got another article here. Let's just check what articles we've actually gone through here. We've done the legislative update. We've done the referral marketing. We've got the recommended book. We've got legal matters. A lawyer's taking on hiring. Facts you should know. Right, let's just take that headline. And instead of resource of the week, which I don't think we have a resource of the week this week, but if we did, we'd just edit this one. Instead, I'm going to highlight the text and just paste over it. Now, it's left a space up at the top of this box here. Now, I want to neaten it up because otherwise it'll leave too much of a big space here. I'm just going to press my backspace and push it back up. So a lawyer's take on hiring, facts you should know. Let's take a beginning part of the paragraph here. While good employees are the key asset to any organisation, a wrong new hire can harm a business, decrease productivity, and impact employees' morale. Ignoring these results, it would virtually guarantee A. So let's just copy that and paste into here. That's just an intro to a paragraph. So again, that's a teaser to get people to click read more. What else do we have? Here we do have a conference which I want to add into here. So this here, National Title I Conference. I'm just going to take the title. Let's see what we have here on our template. Now I usually leave these two on the bottom. This webinar replay, find out, we leave on here, and who else wants invoices paid, I leave on there. So just leave those if you see those. So we've got this one that we've added. We've added a legislative update with the recommended book, the lawyer's take on hiring. Now I want to add, actually to the top here, I'm going to add this conference. I'm not particularly bothered about the order, but in this case I'm going to add this conference to the top. And how you add things if you need to add things, and that's the reason why I just copy over these templates, is because it's easier and quicker. But we can take this paragraph here and drop it in over here, and now we've added another one of these boxes in here which we can add stuff into. What I'm actually going to do for speed is just copy this information and overlay it over this just for speed, and to make it a nice separation between each, we can just click enter here and it just gives a bit of a space. Now the title of this is going to be my conference, so what I've just done there is just add an additional box. So it's National Title 1 Conference, and I'm actually going to put the date Seattle, January 21st to 24th, and I'm going to put some of the copy. The must attend conference for every Title 1 practitioner. Meters at booth number, and your copy is in the document here, so I'm just copying the information from here. So if you wonder what I'm doing, I'm just copying the information. I'm going to take out those, just neaten it up. The must attend conference for every Title 1 practitioner, meters at booth 811. Read more, click here. Okay, and ask the experts section there is, we have, where's ask the experts? Ask the expert, Q&A, ask the experts, what is the latest on SES legislation is the question. So I'm going to copy that and paste it in here. It's changed the font size, so I'm just going to highlight that and change it to, I think it was font size 2. Yes, it's changed it back. That's a spelling mistake there, lastest. That should be latest on SES legislation. Click here to read the response from Steve Pines. This is from Steve Pines. If it was from somebody else, you would change the name from whoever else that might be. Okay. And that is all the, if you're following the Word document, that's really all the content for that particular week's. Now let's just double check again. We have changed the date and the volume number. We've got our first article, our second, our third legislative, recommended book, a lawyer's take. We're leaving this webinar in and this invoices paid article in. These banners remain the same. We've changed our ask the experts, but what we haven't done is change the bullets here. So we have to change these bullets here to represent these articles. So we just manually go through each one. National Title 1 Conference, 100 tutor provider referral marketing ideas. I'll just put 100 referral marketing ideas. We can cut them short, just make sure on the capitalization. What's that? Legislative update. It's actually SES. SES legislative update. Again, spelling errors here. Legislative update. Recommended book. Recommended book and a lawyer's take on hiring. I'm just going to put a lawyer's take on hiring. And that will be sufficient. So I'll just give some bullets to what's in this particular newsletter. So if we're following our instructions here, we've changed the subject line to reflect the current month here. Earlier. We clicked the edit email body. We edited the month and the volume here. We edited the content to reflect the current e-news, which was all the articles. And we got to make sure that all the read more links go to thetutorreport.com and then we click Save and close the builder. So just quickly go through each one of these read more, click this link up here, and just make sure that the link is correct, that the links haven't been changed. If everything's okay, we can just X out of that. But just check each one, because sometimes for whatever reason they might change to something else. Okay, just click that one. That's correct. So that when somebody clicks through, this is the page that they're taken to. And they all look correct. So I'm happy with that now, so I'm going to click Save up here. Save as per the Word document. I click Save. Email body saved successfully, OK, and I click Close Builder. And then it takes me back to the template, okay, which we originally changed in our first instruction to January and the correct volume. Now the next thing that our Word document tells us to do is click Save and send the test. I can often update score by clicking Update Score, which tells us our spam test, and usually it still stays at 0.6. If by updating score it came up with some weird wacky number, we've maybe got something wrong. Now you can select a different person and then click Save and send the test. Now what we're doing now is saving this particular template. Okay, you save the email body content in the previous save, but what we do have to do now is either click Save down here or Save and Send Test. I actually use Save and Send Test. Now it's going to send me an email here by clicking Save and Send Test. If you want to send one to yourself first to check everything is correct and the links are correct, you can select a different person here, and then you'd have to find yourself and select yourself. It's quite a long-winded process, so I would probably just send it to me. So once you're happy with the email content, just save and send test to me, leaving this as is, because then I will be able to check it. So I'm going to go and click ahead and click that now, save and send test. It's telling me now an email has been sent to me, so I'll be able to check my email inbox and see if this email has come through correctly in its formatting and that all the links are correct and everything works okay, because the worst thing we do is send this out to prospects and it be completely wrong. Remember, this is our weekly newsletter that goes out to prospects. So let's just check my inbox right now and see if we've got... No, we're going to have to check in a minute and then see if we got that newsletter. But that is the instructions. And what we've gone through here is the weekly newsletter for prospects. And the difference is that we have the tutor report link for prospects, and the weekly newsletter template is exactly the same. Just produce it in exactly the same manner as what we've just gone through here, but the difference is make sure that the links on the read more links all go to this URL instead of this URL. Reason being is that this weekly newsletter email template is sent to all our customers and all the people that have opted in, so we want to send them, when they click read more, directly to the articles. Where in this particular template we're sending all prospects that have not opted in to a link where we capture their name and email. That is the difference. Okay, so that ends the creation of the email templates for the tutor e-news in InfusionSoft.